All sports, all plays. Yeah. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making up plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. We're out in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays. Yeah.
That'd be absolutely devastating.
This is Joey Owens' show. They've been trying to get me on this broadcast forever, and this is the worst damn broadcast I've ever been on. So you all can kiss my ass while I win this match.
All right, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to Gonzo'S Wrestling Room, GWR, Monday, November 4th, 2024. I'm Chris Gonzalez, joined by Tony Gonzalez, Marcus Fine, and Warren Misery, as always. And we have some guests we're getting ready to bring in. We've got quite a few guests tonight, so should be a packed show. But how's it going, guys?
Going great.
Good. Real good. We got Big Glenn's going to be talking some wrestling with us here in a little bit, but we also have Mike Lee, and I believe JKO is with us also. I think they're coming in right now.
Yeah, there they are. There's Mike.
How's it going, Mike?
Yeah. There he is. There you go.
There's some very special guests, and
They don't even see me.
Yeah.
they're here to talk about a very special show.
And they left.
Well, they'll be back here in a second.
Hell's all broken loose already, Davian. Look at this. Oh, that's why Ricky Guns is out. Dealt with his crap all weekend, too.
Hey, what's up, Damien?
They didn't turn you over the weekend, did they, Marcus?
What's
No.
up, Ricky?
Did they try? Yes. Did they? No.
Well, make sure I still had a ally.
I'm still on your side, Tony.
Okay.
All right, looks like we have him back.
Okay.
That's why you don't let Claw Crusher have technology. I don't like technology, guys.
Well, we've got two special guests, JKO and Mike Lees, also known as Skull Crusher. And got a very special show coming up this weekend at the Dub. And Mike and JKO, you guys want to tell us about that?
Yeah, this is our 5th year of doing the WCWO Veteran Show. We work with the veterans with HVAF, and we the door money, all the proceeds go to that company. And last weekend they lost the big fire. Yeah. They lost 51 units in one of their buildings, so they had to home 51 veterans and families to get where they needed to be. So I'm kind of excited for this year on getting everything ready, and we got a lot of big things coming up. A couple little treats nobody knows about yet. I think Kid might be going to grab that. So, but yeah, I got a lot of new stuff coming in. We're excited about it. We're doing donations, trying to get, personal hygiene stuff like toothpaste, toothbrush, deodorants, stuff like that the veterans need, clothing. I just got a big load today from a lady at work. I'm going to give over to Big Pete, and we're going to take it from there and see. Look how beautiful I am. You can see me now.
Yeah.
There we go. So yeah, look, there we are. There's getting back. So yeah, this is something that's a little different this year. I mean, it's our 5th year, and we're kind of excited about it and ready for everything to go through.
So people can bring stuff and give it to you guys here at the show, like the toothpaste and deodorant and clothes.
Yes, if you bring it the day of the show, we'll take $1 off of your maintenance fee for general admission.
And what is the fee for the show?
The front row is 15. I've got maybe 8 tickets left, and then the general admission is 12.
Okay. All right. And show time and doors open and bell time.
Doors open 6, bell time 7. I'm going to have about 6 matches because there's going to be some exciting stuff, guys. I mean, I'm going to have a fatal 4-way because I've only had 4 guys that's been in my show for all 4 years. And this year I went and did something different for the guys. I'm trying to get a better, hey, gosh, shouldn't be doing that, but yeah, I got something better for this year for the fatal 4-way. And I just talked to another guy today, which might make a triple threat also, because I've got so much coming in, and I got to figure out everywhere I'm going to put everybody. And Mr. Joey here has got something to show you guys.
Why is it?
I don't know if you guys can see that.
Wow.
Oh,
Let me
that's
get
it.
It says Veteran Show. It's got all of the branches on it. It's got the Dub logo, and on top it says Never Forgotten. And on the bottom it says Veterans Champion, and it's got all the logos from all the military brands on it.
That's
So
awesome.
Hey,
that's a belt for
Mike.
the Fatal 4-way.
Mike, hold on. I'm gonna put you full screen. That way you can show that belt again, so everybody can get a better view of it. There you go. Now hold that belt up there if you would. Yeah, now you'll be able to see it better.
Yeah, let me go
Thanks,
back
sweet.
a little closer.
That is awesome.
Yeah, it's got all the branches. There you go. Yeah, you kind of see a little more.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
it's.
Marcus,
I'll have it on display.
Marcus, I know you're a big belt guy. What do you think of that belt?
Oh, Kelly already gave me they showed Kelly already. Kelly got a preview of it. She was telling me all about it. So she was impressed. So I knew what it somewhat looked like, but
We're going to have a bone to pick with Kelly. I told her that was a secret. We're going to have to talk with Kelly. I hope she hears me too.
no, Kelly's actually not feeling good tonight. So
Oh, shit.
she wore herself out Saturday. We'll go through that here after a bit too.
Yeah, there you go. Go back in there a little more.
Guys, we have a question here from one of our big listeners from Connecticut who is a great guy, Billy Buzz, and he's wanting to know how he can maybe help out. He'd like to be able to send some money you guys' way. So is there somewhere you guys can tell him how he could do that?
Okay, the 2 options is he can do a care package, which means he goes and buys the material and he can send it to one of us, or he can send it to HVAF. They have their own site out there. It's called Helping Veterans and Families.
That's
you can
Indianapolis,
send
Indiana.
Indianapolis, Indiana. Yeah, we're downtown. You can send stuff to them also. Because like I tell all the guys that want to give me money. I say, don't give me your money. Go buy the product, bring it to me, and then we'll take it to the military. So,
Or like you said, he could do a donation directly to.
Yes, or HVAF. Yes, you can do donation directly to them.
So hopefully that answers your question, Billy. If you have any more questions, you probably get with Chris. Chris can probably help you out on that.
Yes, I can.
I'm doing the limbo, guys.
Do you have any information you can give us about matches or anything you want to give away? You know I'm going to ask, and if you don't want to, I understand.
If you don't, I have it on my list too. So
Okay, well, I will tell you one guy that I'm really happy I got signed today. Well, not signed, but he told me to do it, which is, of course, IK3.
Yes.
I'm going to have Jonathan in a match. I'm not going to tell you what.
Okay.
But the belt is for the Fatal 4-way. And then Marcus could probably tell me who the 4 are, but I'll go ahead and tell you now.
I knew you'd say that because I'm sitting there trying to think.
Okay, that's, Max Sterling,
Yeah.
Jackson Morgan, Jordan James, and Joe Owens. Oh, what? I get a new belt? I'm winning that thing. I like that belt. I'm taking that belt with me. I got a belt for me. But yeah, that is going to be the Fatal 4-way for that title. Thanks for letting me know. Yeah. See, I did. That's why now he's going to have that match already. I wanting to wait. No, but yeah, that's going to be a fatal 4-way for that title, and I'm going to have said probably a triple threat. Of course, we're going to have our dub boys like Zay Gates, guys like that. Mike Noble. He's young, coming up talent. We want to give him a shot, see what he can do. Of course, always better Jordan James and KJ and that Too Loud Timmy Jackson. He's been doing pretty good also. So he's supposed to show up out there and see what we got going on. And Jason Levi.
To be honest with you guys, man, there are a lot of people reached out to Skull Crusher. This is a great thing, and there's been a lot of people volunteering wanting to be part of this. So you guys might be shocked who's all be there.
I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a great show. This is a great cause. Mike, I did have a question. Why a veteran show? I mean, like I said, it's your 5th year, but why did you start this? Why a veteran show? There's all kinds of great causes out there, which a veteran's an outstanding cause, but why a veteran show?
I grew up military. My father was 32 years. I just lost him 2 years ago, I think. And then a real good close friend of mine who did 3 tours in Iraq back to back. And I just lost him not too long ago. But our veterans don't get what they should get in life. I mean, I can make an episode of this all day long about why I do this, but it's because of our heroes. You got wrestling fans that, take a wrestler for their heroes. These guys are my heroes because if not for them, we wouldn't be here right now. We wouldn't be doing this cast. You wouldn't know. So that's my thing in life is you got to look after our veterans because they took care of us when nobody else did.
Yeah, that's perfectly said. I agree with you 100%. Marcus, did you have any questions?
Yeah, last year, didn't you guys have a box at the bowling alley or somewhere? Do you have that donation center again, or do they just bring it to the dub? Or
what they do is my wife has got in Beach Grove a couple places donation boxes out and stuff like that, and then Big Pete Richardson, he does all of our food drive, clothing drive, toy drive. He just uses HVAF because he really likes that company. So we're just going to go ahead and do that, and but Pete Richardson handles all of that stuff also.
And then you do have a raffle. I know that because I know who's been working on it. So
yes, and I do have a raffle coming out of a red, white, and blue, beautiful Afghan made by a very special lady that she wanted to do something for the show. So I told her if she could do that, and we'll raffle it off for her. And she told us all the money goes. Yeah, go ahead, Mark.
Some cash, but
all the proceeds will go to the fund there. So
yes, sir. It sure is. It'll be handed over that night, and that's the thing is, the lady comes there. There's the lady from the military group shows up and shows everything what they do and why they do it. And
yeah, she usually comes on. She usually even comes on our show during intermission and talks about everything they do as well. Yep,
and as I said, they're a really good group. I just, I'm glad I get to do what I do, and I wouldn't be able to do it if it wasn't for WCWO having the building, the place, the time, and everything like that. I wouldn't be able to do it if it wasn't for Kid and his mom.
That's awesome, man. Again, you said bell time was 7 o'clock. Doors open at 6.
Yep.
This Sunday, guys. WCWO. Can you give us the address again, please?
1151 South Kentucky Avenue.
Guys, I'm telling you, you're going to see a great show. I know all the guys down there, and I know he's going to have some surprises, I'm sure. And it's going to be a fun show. I've been to all of them but one. I don't think I was at the very first one, if I remember correctly. Yep. And but we're excited to be there. We're excited to promote it. Love you guys. And Warren, do you have any questions?
No, I mean, I really don't have any questions, but I've got a grandfather, an uncle, I've got in-laws that have served, and really, I mean, appreciate it greatly for all the stuff you guys do. It's awesome to take your platform that you have and to do this. That's really super cool.
Appreciate it. We really do. It takes time and effort. It's not something you do overnight.
I mean, the same goes out to the wrestlers and all the guys that are going to do this too. I mean, not just you two, but I mean everyone's going to be involved in this show. It's super awesome. And thank all of you.
Yes.
Yeah, we thank everybody for that coming out, especially the wrestlers, because they make it so easy on me. I pick who I want and I take care of them, and they do a great job for me.
Yeah, we've been every year, and every year it's been a great show.
Got Gary Emmett in here singing the praises of JKO.
Well, okay. Well, that's enough about the veteran show. Let's talk to JKO for a minute about what we got some stuff coming up with the dub.
Okay.
All the new talent and stuff. All right, guys.
So how y'all doing?
Doing great.
So, well, like I said, I'm excited about this veteran show, especially right now with everything that's happened with the fire. They need all the help they can. I hope we can pack out the dub for Skull Crusher and for the HVAC. Really, here in the city, it's been a big ordeal. So I just hope everybody comes together and helps them out. And I know he keeps on talking about what's going on at the dub. If everybody follows social media, you see that we're doing a show Thanksgiving night. And also that Friday night. Also, we got big matches this weekend. We just actually think we've got the card together last night. We know what's going to happen. That all that information will be coming out soon on our social media. We actually got some more like super, super huge announcements that we're going to make here soon. Maybe that's something like maybe next week, Chris, if you don't care, me and you get together where I can release that information, because I have some, everybody's going to be shocked with some of the information I got coming out.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, yeah, definitely.
So, but man, I tell you, everybody needs to watch out for WCWO this year, because we have a lot of shows already booked. We have things that we're working on that's going to be unbelievable for us. Some of the things that's going to happen this year, I'm shocked that's even happening with WCWO. So we're about to really turn up the heat this year. So I hope you guys are ready for the ride with us.
I definitely am. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Kid, I had a question. I don't know if you have an opinion, and even if you know about this, but something that some of these guys have been talking about. WWE announced a program with called WWID, and I wondered if you had an opinion on that. Coming into some wrestling schools and independent wrestling, did you have any thoughts on that?
Man, honestly, it's a good thing. It's going to help step up talent. It also gives a lot of the other guys that never have a chance to work for like bigger indie shows. Now they have more opportunities to do that. It also gives you more platform. Everybody wants to chase your dream and become that big star. Now they have a better chance to, try to get there, and more assets and more ways to make it. So I think it's going to be okay.
Yeah, I was wondering, because you're a promoter and you've got
it's no different than the territorial days back in the day where OVW was developmental, HWA. It's basically the same concept, just a couple more places added on.
Yeah,
and there's a lot more wrestling now, a lot more people. So I think it's just going to be good for everybody.
And it's going to be an opportunity for them to get better training, because that there's good schools out there, and there's.
Yeah, there is, like you said, there's good schools, there's bad schools, but, I feel like I run a pretty decent school. We have good guys coming out of our school, but even as long as I've been in the business, I still learn all the time new things, and everybody teaches different ways, different styles. So as much knowledge that somebody can get is just going to help them and benefit them in the long run.
Yeah, I agree. I was interested to see somebody that's actually in the business and promote shows, how they felt, because I've seen a lot of people be positive. I've seen people be negative. So I wanted your opinion. So I appreciate it.
I agree, but everybody has their own opinion. You know what I mean? But I think it's going to be good for everybody. So.
Well, you guys, thank you very much for coming on. You guys got anything else you'd like to promote or say, or?
No, not right now. Just Chris, get with me and we can do some talking. I'll let you know what's going on.
Yeah.
All right.
And we get set up on some stuff, and we can release hopefully some huge announcements. So.
Okay.
All right. Sounds good, man. I'll get with you and we'll get something set up for next week.
Definitely excited.
All right, brother. Well, you guys have a wonderful night, and thank you for putting me on the worst podcast ever.
No problem.
See you Sunday.
All right. See you guys Sunday.
See you guys Sunday.
All right.
All right. Bye, guys.
All right. That's going to be a big show Sunday. So if you're in the area, go check it out. Like I said, we've been to all of them, but the very first one we go every year, and we don't air it live, but we'll be there and record it, and we'll air it like a day or two later.
And it's going to be for a great cause, guys. If there's any way you can go check it out. If you've never been to an independent wrestling show, this would be a great one to go to.
We ready to bring Big Glenn in?
Yeah, we'll just get Big Glenn in here.
What's up, guys?
We'll bring him in mid drink.
Yeah, mid drink.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
That was all him. He's the one that brought you in.
Okay.
Oh, you're good, man. Yeah, I had a 2-1 birthday, so I'm still recovering from that. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do our independent wrestling report with Marcus Fine, and then we'll do our top fives. And then we'll talk a little bit of the pay-per-view, and then we'll bring in our other guest. Hopefully he shows up. Zay Gates will be our special guest for Rapid Fire. So, Marcus?
All right. Well, I'm going to do the other show first.
Okay.
Our good buddy Steve Butler was over at ICW with Marion. He sent me the results. It's called In All Glory. Took place Saturday. Said about 100, very loud, especially the second half of the show. The results: Chris Owens pinned Jay Leone. The Mysterious Movado pinned Hank Calhoun. Tyler Matthews pinned IK3. He said that was a solid match. Then a guy named Matt Creed demanded Sid Page to give him a title shot, but he only got rewarded the number 1 entry in the Rumble for the U.S. title. David Light ended up winning the Rumble. He is now the number 1 contender for the ICW U.S. title, and he eliminated the Matt Creed. And the match also included Alex Van Zant, The Cannibal, Juan Sanchez, Zach Nova, Ken Knorr, and Goldmine. After intermission, BMF Cruiserweight Champion Ryan Paradise. He retained against Donnie Gunner, and the crowd was loud for this one because this was Ryan Paradise's first time in Marion in over 20 years. He's an old EWF guy.
Okay.
You see him at the EWF 20 years ago. Leela Feast pinned Storm Garcon. She's the number 1 contender for the ICW Ladies title. Tone C retained his U.S. championship when he pinned Jared Kripke, and then the main event crowned a new ICW heavyweight champion. It was vacant. Jake Oman pinned Brody Botkins. Masked Man provided distraction as Sid Page KO'd Botkins. Steve Butler wanted me to thank Sid Page for knocking out Botkins, and I kind of have to agree after what he did to me last week. So that's 2 of us. Thank you, Sid. The Masked Man was Kevin Knorr, and Oman was confused. Well, anyway. And he said the main event was the match of the night.
Okay.
Said a very loud night. All right. Here we go. I know you got all kinds of chatter in the comments.
Like Chatty Cathy dolls pulling their own string. They're just going and going and going and not stopping.
So I'm going to go through this.
Keep chatting away, guys. Keep chatting away.
Pretty good night. Sharpsville, Indiana.
It's good for
November rain. The number given to me was 117. They do have I don't know if everybody's heard or not, but Kelly is now the new ring announcer for AACW.
That's congratulations, Kelly.
She did a damn good job, despite the mics, and that was even said. They're working on getting new mics, but Kelly did a very good job in her debut. All right. Nerd Nelson Doolittle came out in Congo gear and was defeated Hobo Jones. Of course, we're laughing our ass off because if you ever see him try to play Congo Kong only weighing 103 pounds of fat, very humorous. Bobo Brazil defeated CFR to retain the U.S. title. The match between Cake Monster and Camden Francis versus Christian Cash and Zay Gates ended up in a double countout. Cake Monster and Camden Francis couldn't get along. Cake Monster started throwing those zebra cakes out. Camden didn't want no part of that. So, and then Congo Kong defeated Jake Elliott, Tate Manson, and Juice Warta. I hope I got that right. In a fatal 4-way elimination match, and he retained the Eternal Excellence Championship. Oh, I skipped something too. Anyway, let me get through this, and then I got to go back and do some things. Paige Jones defeated Jensen in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Johnny Crisis defeated Cody Lee. He retained his AACW title. And the team of Experiment X, Tanner Kelly, Ricky Guns, and Cruiser the Bullfrog defeated the team of Travis Southern, Damian DeVille, Justin Terrell, and the Georgia Championship Wrestling Heavyweight Champion Terry the Rocker Lawler in an 8-man Survivor Series match. Okay, now I gotta go back and cover stuff. Show started with Codex coming out, and they said they had their new member for Codex, and they brought out Jensen and Ajax, and they came out there and basically said there ain't no way in hell we're joining Codex, and so they're all fighting, and all of a sudden Wild Thing, who made his return to the ring for the first time in over 20 years, got into the ring. Ricky Guns tried to man up, and Wild Thing spit mist into his eye. And poor old Ricky cried about it the rest of the freaking night. Poor Ricky. Wah, wah, wah. Wild Thing is in the chat right now.
Ricky's having a hard time lately. He's not having a whole lot of
why are you guys turning on Ricky?
I like Ricky. First of all, Justin Danger's my favorite in Call X. Hopefully I think maybe he's starting to see the light. But Ricky Guns is also one of my favorites. I like him a lot too. The rest of the bozos over there, the two with turbo teeth and the other dude that he don't know what day it is, walks around and thinks he's a wizard or whatever. Looks like a wizard. I don't know. And then you got the other dude wears a mask. I don't know about him either. So, I mean, who cares about Call X?
Well, wait a minute.
I do like Ricky Guns.
I want to say this. Who did Bobo wrestle for the title?
CFR.
Okay, wait a minute. Ricky, if you're on the mouth of every promoter in Indiana, you're the hottest thing going on right now. And your puppet master, Geppetto, Mr. SWS, you into a title match, couldn't get you a title match to get that belt back that Justin Danger defended so gratefully. He couldn't get you in those matches, Ricky. You might want to think about stuff here, buddy. And Mr. Danger, I know you may start seeing light. Understand, there's a movie called Old Yeller. Do you know what they did to the dog when it got too old and too injured?
Bang.
Want to call me a keyboard warrior, guys.
Bang.
Well, if we want to talk about Ricky Guns, he's the only one that was pinned on his team.
Man.
Now.
So you're trying to say Ricky's a loser?
He wasn't doing too good Saturday.
You look at the books. When it comes down to it, he took the pin.
And Damon DeVille and Travis Southern, something went terribly south with them two, and they're at odds with each other now. And
now Guns thinks he's John Moxley. They're gonna fix the industry.
Shit. Better start with yourself. Better start with Cold X. So then anyway, so they brought in Cruiser the Bullfrog as the fourth member because Justin Danger was trying to do it, but he hasn't been released, so J.H. Hogg would not let him work. And so they brought in Cruiser the Bullfrog only to do their dirty work for him. And as soon as Cruiser pinned 3 of the 4 guys, then they low-blowed him and beat the shit out of him, took the Cold X wrist bracelet back, and a masked guy, a hooded fella came out, ended up being Jake Elliott. So he put the wrist pad on, and it's like, well, you dumbass. You think they're going to treat you any different than they did Cruiser, but okay, you want to play Cold X, you play Cold X, I guess. But Cruiser the Bullfrog, already, I'm telling you right now, number 1 on the November list, and this is only the 4th day of the month. He pinned 2 Grand Slam champions and the Georgia Championship Wrestling Heavyweight Champion in the match.
That's a hell of a night.
So Cruiser didn't have a win in 2 years, and then he went off and pinned 2 Grand Slam champions and the Georgia Championship Wrestling Champion. Cruiser, you're already number 1. I don't know if there's anybody that can even pull you out of that number now.
So, sounds to me, Marcus, that maybe Colin X made a big mistake. Why would you turn on a guy that's got talent like that?
Because they're idiots. It's called X.
They don't want to be overshadowed. They got to keep themselves in line. The puppet master is going to make sure he keeps them all in line, controls them.
And I think old Tanner Kelly was drinking 80s juice or something because he thought he was Hulk Hogan and doing Hulk Hogan muscle flexes and all that crap that Hogan did and all that.
Speaking of Hulk Hogan, if you want to see a good impression of Hulk Hogan, go watch Pat McAfee's Halloween Day show.
Yeah.
And his producer on there, that Ty Schmidt, dressed up as Hogan, and talked like Hogan the whole show,
It
no
was
matter
hilarious.
what they were talking about.
It
It
was
was hilarious.
It was hilarious.
Yeah, and Wild Thing, see, there was a lot went on. I'm trying to process it. But Wild Thing came in to make the save for Cruiser and beat the shit out of Experiment X. Them guys didn't walk in that ring the way they walked out. They may have been winners in the books, but they sure the hell didn't look like it on their way out. Of course, they walked out the front door, but
Gunn says he pinned Travis Southern and Damien DeVille.
Who did?
Vicky Guns.
Oh,
says,
bullshit.
I'm just telling what he wrote.
Well, he may have wrote it, but that ain't what happened.
Well, I believe you, Marcus. I mean, just
he said he took out half their team by himself.
Bull.
I can't help but laugh.
No, Tanner, you got the wrong measurement in there. 27 millimeter pythons.
What? You know the match I want to see? You know the match I want to see? I want to see Tanner versus NERD.
Well, no, you can't see that.
December.
December has got Congo Kong defending his EEC championship against Nerd. And Justin Terrell and Cruiser Bullfrog are wrestling each other in a dog collar match.
But man, could you imagine though Tanner and Nerd, like if they collided, they're so light and skinny, they'd probably just float back.
What will happen is somebody will sneeze and they'll both fall over. But
yeah, that too. Use a fan.
Okay, guys.
How could you have rolled up Justin Terrell when you were already out of the match? You probably better go back and watch the footage again there, Ricky. I think you got too much shit in your eyeball.
Is there any more for the independent report? If not, we're going to move on to the top five.
No, because we could yap about this all night.
We should have
good night. Good night,
Yeah. We got to get moving.
We haven't got the.
We got to get rolling.
Okay. Okay, guys. Let's do our top 5 independent wrestlers for the month.
Shit, that's today.
Yes, for the month of October. Marcus, I'll let you go first.
Why did you tell me this?
I forgot.
Because it's the first Monday of the month, there, bud. Okay, here we go.
Well, I'll do mine next Monday.
Okay.
You guys do yours today.
Okay. You can. If you miss one, it ain't gonna kill us.
It might be. Anyway. Okay. My number 5, Johnny Crisis, regaining his AACW championship against Cody Lee. Number 4 was Jackson Morgan, defeating Zay Gates in the casket match. He's the new Outlaw champion. Number 3, Crystal Moon, winning the gauntlet to become the new FEW ladies title holder. Number 2, Matt Grant and JT Kirk, the Empire, winning the Fatal 4-Way to become the new FEW tag team champions. Congo Kong winning the Excellence Rumble to become the EECW champion. I have 2 honorable mentions. Joe Jitsu for the upset win over Buck Sexton, and Zach Nova with the win over Zay Gates in the church show. So
Scarecrow said to answer our question about what would shock people about him is he's a professional paranormal investigator.
Yes, that's a good one.
Maybe he needs to investigate Code X and find out what's exactly in there.
They share a brain.
I
think they share a spirit or something. It's spooked or something.
Okay, my top 5 for the independent scene is number 5 at a tie. It's between Bird and Joe Jitsu. Again, Mark's mentioned Joe Jitsu getting that upset win over Buck Sexton. That was a big win. And Bird's been on fire there at FEW, so he cracked the top 5. Next one, I had Scorpion, who beat Jeremy Hadley in the battle for the presidency. So the new president is Scorpion, as far as I'm concerned. Jeremy Hadley is no longer president. Jared Kripke is now the number 1 contender for Pro Wrestling. He won a match over Zay Gates, so he's my number 3. My number 2 is Crystal Moon, who is the new FEW Women's Champion. And my number 1 is Jay Beeve, who hung on and won his championship match at World Pro Wrestling against IK3.
JB shouldn't have won that match. IK3 got screwed.
Well,
again,
just know what says
Jeremy.
But let me rephrase that because I like JB. I'm not saying I'm just saying he shouldn't have won that match though that day.
Well, JB didn't do anything wrong.
No, JB ain't the one that done it, but
yeah. So that's my. Did you have a top 5? Warren?
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, I was sort of like Chris. I didn't realize that we were doing that today. So within our previous interview, I wrote some down really quick. So
Okay.
first off, though, I do want to say a wild thing. I accept your kind and gracious offer, and I'm going to try my best to be there as a guest of yours on the 21st of December. So, anyways, let's get into mine here. I will also too. I'm going to put Scarecrow in at number 5. Retirement matches and whatnot. That's something special, and I think that should be put out there. And number 4, I'll go Jackson Morgan, just because once again, it's like a lot of there's like people that seem to be everywhere and doing everything. Number 3 is a little interesting. I sort of made it. I put Empire in general, that whole team, at number 3. Just because it's they when you've got as much gold around their waist as they do, you're top 5 somewhere. Number 2, and I'm sorry, Marcus, I got to put Brody Bodkins in there, just because you see some devastation and you got to give him. But I didn't give him number 1 because number 1 went to probably one of the guys I think is probably the most fun I love to see everywhere he goes, and that's Hidari. I just think he's a great package all around. Everywhere he goes, he always wrestles great matches, puts on great shows.
Hey Warren, are you putting Brody on the list just because of what he done to Marcus? Is that what made him up to number 2?
Maybe. I don't know if he watches the show or not. So if I'm at Warrior Pro this next run, I'm not saying just for my life, but
just a heads up, there's a strong possibility that he's going to be one of our special guests next week. Brody Bodkins, maybe in the first segment, and so maybe we'll have this out between him and Marcus.
Yeah, Warren, you want to make sure you get him on your list.
Yep, yeah, that's true. I'm gonna do my top 5.
Was that time? He said number 1.
Yeah, it says number 1 was Hidari.
Okay, I missed it.
Okay, my top 5 for the big time wrestling is my number 5 was talking. I'm gonna let you help me out with the name, Warren, because I never can pronounce it. Yes, Takesta. He's my number 5 on the list. Moxley's my number 4. CM Punk was my number 3. My number 2 is Roman Reigns, and my number 1 was Cody Rhodes. That's for the month of October.
Oh, we got Kelly in here now.
She's awake.
All right.
Just got to ask Zay the question.
Oh, that's right. Well, real quick, guys, we're going to got Big Glenn on here with us. We're going to go over Crown Jewel real quick, and then we'll bring our special guest, Zay Gates, on. Okay, Glenn, what did you think of the show?
It was all right. It was a glorified house show. There was a couple good spots during the show, like the Roman match, especially at the end where they had Sammy come down and accidentally knocked out Roman and stuff. I thought the solo pinning Roman was surprising but a good move because I could see where they're trying to set something up here. And the Rollins and what's that guy's name? Bronson Reed.
Bronson Reed.
A good one. But it was a good Friday house show.
What was your match of the night?
I would say Bronson Reed and Seth Rollins.
It was up there on my list. My match of the night was the Cody Rhodes Gunther. I really enjoyed it. I was shocked that there was a clean winner in that match. I thought for sure Kevin Owens was going to attack Cody Rhodes and Gunther was going to win the title win that match that way, but that's not what happened. I loved what they did with Kevin Owens and Orton. I know they didn't have a match, but they destroyed each other for about 10, 12 minutes.
Yeah, that was
through
great.
All the crowd and everything. I think that's a good way to keep the feud going. I thought LA Knight and Carmelo Hayes and Andrade match was really good. One thing, I thought Carmelo Hayes and Andrade and also Bronson Reed showed that they deserve to be on the big stage. Hopefully they'll continue. I thought the show was pretty good. Real wrestled show. I thought it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. A lot of people I think don't enjoy it because of where it's at and circumstances. I understand that to a certain degree, but I thought it was a pretty good show. The first part of it was more storyline driven with the bloodline. That's basically for a story more than anything. I think that's why it went on first. But I enjoyed the show. I'd give it a solid B. But I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, I give it a C. The only thing the only reason why I didn't really grade the main event is because I was actually flipping between Crown Jewel and the NASCAR Xfinity race. So
Yeah.
There's parts of it I missed, and I'm not going to give a grade on something that I can't speak on. So
The Gunter match was very old school. That's what I told Marcus. And anytime if it's an old school match, I'm gonna like it. And I like some people didn't like the finish. It was kind of a callback of Piper and Hart. I enjoyed it. That's me personally. If somebody don't like it, I understand that too. I thought it was a good show. I enjoyed it.
I
love wrestling, and you give me a show at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm gonna be happy. So that's just me. I know everybody's not that way. So I understand.
love how the fact that they're bringing up Seth and Bronson Reed to take its spot Saturday night's main event, right?
I think that's where they're headed. I don't think this feud is over. Personally, I agree with a lot of people. I would love to see Bronson got the win, but that's not the way they went. Hopefully, he'll get his win back the next match. But I thought Bronson looked good anyway.
I wouldn't mind seeing them too in the old steel blue bar steel cage at Saturday night's main event.
That would be awesome.
That's what I'm sitting here thinking. I'm sitting here thinking this right now. Do you think they're going to call back Bundy versus Hogan in the blue bar steel cage where Reed crushes Collins' ribs?
They might.
I would enjoy that all day.
That'd be awesome.
That would be all right.
I was just thinking about that. It's like, that's, I mean, I just got a feeling that the main event show is going to be very nostalgic. And they're going to do a lot of.
We're hoping it's very nostalgic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that 2006 rebrand was.
Yeah.
No, I don't even put that in the same category.
No, I wouldn't.
They call that main event, but that wasn't Saturday night's main event. Those 80s and early 90s, that was where it was at.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to be pleasantly surprised with this Saturday's the night's main event. I think I'm not going to say they're going to go completely old school, but I think they're going to lean heavy that way. And at least for the very first one. So I'm excited for it.
It's going to be key. Just to mature as the announcer.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's true. Warren, did you have any more thoughts on the show? I know you said you.
I mean, just quick thoughts. Obviously, you could tell it was a lot of peacocking. No pun intended. I mean, they made this big deal out of this belt, only to find out if it's all, we're keeping it here in Rita, and they're getting rings. So obviously you're just trying to show off. And I'm like, why even have that? Like, just go with we're gonna have these awesome, really cool diamond encrusted rings for these guys. And am I the only one that sort of feels like that with the bloodline thing right now, it's getting dangerously close to NWO Wolfpack and NWO Black and White levels? Like, it's close. I'm not saying it is.
I've heard that. I don't see it, but I have heard it from other people.
I mean, they said they're, both sides come out doing the ones, and there's
I guess you can make that comparison.
It's not going to be, I don't want it to be drawn out as long as it's going to be, and I would say it was very interesting to see that Sammy was there, given his political beliefs and whatnot. But it was cool to see him be able to put that aside to entertain.
Yeah. And like I said, I thought that was a surprising move. I was shocked that Solo pinned Roman, but I think it was the way to go. I think it was the right move.
Yes, especially that early in the show. If you have it at the end, it may not have the effect that you needed it to. So,
I thought it was a good show. So, guys, we're going to move on and bring in our special guest, Zay Gates, for our rapid fire segment.
There he is. There's the man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah.
No, you better not say that. TJ,
thank you guys for having me.
Hey, when you see the guy everywhere you go.
It's going good. I think this is isn't this like my third appearance on the show?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. So, what we got for today?
Well, we're going to have a lot of different questions. We got 4 people going to be giving you questions.
Okay.
5 of us, maybe. Okay, so we got 5 people. I can't count. Hell, I went to South Side. What the hell?
Hey, now.
Marcus, I'm going to let you go first.
Right.
I'm going to let we're going to change it up a little bit. We're going to let Warren go second. Then we're going to let our other guest on here, Big Glenn, go third. Chris, you're going to go fourth, and I'm going to go last. We're going to do a little different tonight. So, Marcus, go ahead and give first that question.
Right. Well, the question right out of the bat is, how did you get interested and when?
Okay, so
Professional wrestling.
I got interested in wrestling that I can remember. I think I was about 4 or 5. So this was a while ago, but I know I came up here to visit. I came to Indianapolis to visit because my dad's side of the family lived up here, and my uncle, who I'm really close with, he's like a brother to me. But he was watching. I remember him. I remember seeing JBL and Booker T on SmackDown, and I was in it since then.
Okay, our second question, Warren.
Do you ever get tired? Like I said, it seems like every weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's Zay Gates, and then some. Like, is there ever a time when you're like, how do you do this? Like, it's crazy.
I mean, I don't know, to be honest, because like when I used to play football, like once I got like, it got to a point to where when I got tired, I would quit. Like if I get too tired, like, and I'm talking cardio wise tired, I'm quitting. Like I'm done. But with wrestling, it was different. Like it was like once I ran out of gas, it was like the way I was being taught, they were trying to teach us to keep going. So I guess because I had so much to prove, I was trying to prove that I could be a top guy, or like I could be, you know what I'm saying, somebody that the fans could get into. So with me having so much to prove, I guess that's what it was. And I just got used to it to the point to where now I can do it every weekend. Like I love it. Like I love my schedule. I love being busy.
Okay. Big Glenn?
Yes. What is your favorite feud growing up? I think you may have already touched on it.
My favorite feud growing up, I would say one of my favorites was definitely Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton back in the day. I love when they tore it up. Randy Orton and John Cena, Randy Orton and Shawn Michaels, like a lot of Randy Orton, because that's what I like now. That's what I watch, a lot of Randy Orton. But then like a lot of my favorites were going against Randy Orton, so it's like those are some of my favorites. And CM Punk and John Cena, of course. Yeah, I love CM Punk.
Yeah,
as well,
those are great ones.
Yeah.
Chris?
All right. Well, before my question, we'll do Kelly's question real quick.
Yeah, it's over already.
Who's your favorite super fan, Kelly or Marcus?
Everybody answered.
Because Marcus said that one of his top favorite matches was Jackson Morgan beating me in the casket, I say Kelly is my favorite.
I would have lost it anyway. It don't matter. I got Scarecrow. That's all that mattered. And I can't remember who the one before that was.
Well, speaking of Scarecrow,
shout out to Scarecrow.
Yeah, well, Scarecrow's got a question for you.
Yes, got a question
what
for you.
independent wrestler do you look up to? Oh, I look up to a couple. I look up to Dex Royal, IK3 Jonathan Wolf. That's the dog right there. Let me see. Of course, JKO. You know, who can't look up to that man. I got a lot of favorites. You know what I'm saying? But those are the top 3 that I look up to. You know,
3 good ones there.
And then for my question, how has your mindset changed from when you first got into the business to now?
So when I first got in, I did have a little doubt. I can say that I doubted a lot because I didn't think I would get to. Let me see. How can I put this? I didn't think I would be able to be on shows how I was. Like I felt like I would fail, but being in the locker room with guys like Scarecrow, guys like TJ Powers, Easy Cruz, sharing the locker room with Dex and the Twins, sharing the locker room with just all the vets, like all the old time guys that came before me, Congo Kong, Bobo Brazil Jr., like those type of vets, they would like they would sit me down, they would talk to me and like, you know, give me advice and tell me this, that, and third, and they would watch my matches and they gave me that confidence. Like they not only were they teaching me, they gave me the confidence to where now, my mindset now, I just try to enjoy the moment. Like every match, I try to make it as fun as I can, and I just soak it up. You know what I'm saying? And I try to learn as much as possible. So that's my mindset. Like now I just learn. Like no more doubts. Like I have to be confident because I feel like if you doubt yourself, you'll fail. So
that's a good answer. What experienced wrestlers are your favorite to watch on the independent scene?
Experience with Leo Rush, of course the Rascals. I like to watch a lot of Myron Reed. Let's see, Swerve. You can say he's kind of independent still because he does independent bookings.
How about more local?
More local?
Yeah.
Okay. We're thinking Logan Myers. War Ready Malenko, David Light, Christian Cash, of course Dex and the Twins, IK3. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a
I know
lot,
what
man.
you're saying.
It's a long list. So I can keep Rachel Armstrong. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can name them, you know?
Yep, that's true. Marcus?
Well, I got a compliment. We was at the Dub early a few weeks ago, and Cecil Cervezas holding a conversation with you while you're running back and forth with the ropes.
Mhm.
I have to say I've never seen anybody that can do that. You never lost a breath, and you went 5-6 minutes back and forth just holding a conversation. Like with most of them guys go 5-6 times and they're like, but you just kept going. I was impressed. I told Kelly I was impressed. So okay, did you think when Juwan Thomas was the champ and you was his stooge that you would now have held the outlaw title that he held when you were playing his little buddy?
All right, first of all, okay. So, did I think I would be outlaw champion? I never. So, like I said, this goes back to the first question when y'all asked about the doubt. Well, about my mindset. I'm sorry. When I was around that time period, when I was in that group, I didn't think I would be outlaw champion. Like, that was around the time where I would doubt myself. And a lot of it had to do with, you know what I'm saying, the things that was going on at that time period. And, you know, me just coming in and me still learning. So at that time period, no, I didn't. Now, once I separated from the group, though, then I started getting the confidence that I could do it on my own, because you got to. I mean, if you don't, then what's the point of you being here if you're going to doubt yourself every time? So, yeah, around that time period, no, I didn't think I would be outlaw champion. But I don't think I was a stooge either. If you look, if you go back and watch, you know, everybody know who, you know. Never mind, let's not go there. But I wasn't the stooge, you know. That's why we heard.
He said somebody else was a stooge, and I know what he's talking about.
Yeah, somebody else was the stooge, but I wasn't the stooge. You know, it's neither here nor there.
Okay, Warren.
All right, you're an aerial assassin, a top rope master. When you're up there doing it, is there anything that goes through your head? I mean, where you find a lot of that, you know, because some of the stuff you do, once you're airborne, I mean, you're at the mercy of gravity. It's like, is there anything particular that goes through your head while you're doing those moves?
So I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. When I do certain moves, I do get scared. I'm not gonna lie. I be like, once I'm near it, like, I do get scared. But it's like, I'm already here, so what's the point? Like, it's now or never. But it's like it's like I love it because I know the payoff in the end. So I still do it, but I do have that little scare, like, hey, but I get it done.
Okay, Big Lynn.
Yes, Zay. What is your most favorite match that you had locally?
Ooh, okay. So I got 5. I can give y'all 5. Okay. So we can go at number 5. We can go me, Jackson, Jake Phoenix, and Malenko in the 4-way for the Outlaw Champion. Me and David.
Was that last month?
Yeah, that was last month.
I think I was there for that. That was the night I filled in for Marcus.
That was that. I like that match. I love that match. Me and David Light for the Gunslinger Champion with I would say, because we wrestled so many times, but I would say the strap match. I had fun with that match. Me and JKO a couple years back at DCCW. That match that's one of my favorites. That's the first actual one-on-one I got with him. Me and Dex Royal for the Outlaw Champion at PopCon. I think it was the second match we had. The second match was definitely, I enjoyed that match. And then coming at number 1 is my top favorite of all time. Me and IK3 at DCCW for the United States Championship. That's one of my favorites of all time, because that's the night where I really found confidence in myself. You know what I'm saying? So that match will always, like, out of all my matches, will be one of my favorites. Like, I always go back and watch that match. I watched that match multiple times. Honorable mentions, me and Logan Myers. any of me and Logan Myers matches, I love it. Like those are my favorites. And me and Michael Elgin, I had 2 honorable favorites.
Yeah, I saw one of them at the Dub late last year, man. We thought she was going to need some oxygen or something because you got sick behind the thing.
all talking me and Elgin.
Yeah.
So let me give y'all a little backstory on that. So that match, I wasn't, because a lot of people thought like I was gassed. I was not gassed. Okay, I was actually, I really was sick. Like I had just got sick around that time because it was like in December. So I think I caught like a cold, and I've never wrestled under a sick condition. Like, yeah, I've had a stuffy nose and I've wrestled, but I was actually full on sick to where I couldn't really get out the bed. But I made sure that I made it out of the bed for that match, and like I got through it. Like we wrestled for like 30 minutes, and I wrestled 30 minutes sick, and like just at the end, like as soon as the bell rung, like my adrenaline went down, like everything was coming back up. So I just went on side of the ring and let it out.
Yeah, so, hey, I can't believe there because you guys were working each other, you know. So
yeah, man,
that's when Michael Elgin's head was steaming because he was sweating so bad.
Yeah, man, it was
20 below zero, and he just steams it.
It's cold out. It was cold outside, but it was hot in the building.
Chris?
Oh, yeah. What made you decide to start training to be a pro wrestler, and how did you get started training?
So, at a young age, I always knew I wanted to wrestle. I just didn't know what my journey would be for me to get there. And me leaving Mississippi, part of it was to try to better my life, because I realized at a young age I wasn't getting nowhere. Like I was a sophomore or junior in high school, and I realized like I needed to leave. So I ended up moving up here, and then I went to Warren Central High School to play football. And then I was gonna go through high school and do that, but my grandfather ended up passing away, and my grandfather is somebody like my grandfather means a lot to me. Like I post him here and there on my social media because like that was a person that like I looked up to that man like a lot. And around that time he had passed, so I ended up going back to Mississippi for a hot minute, and I ended up quitting football because of it. And when I came back, they offered me, it was like, yeah, you can have your spot back once you come back. But I ended up finding a wrestling school, and they ended up shutting down. So they had a little, I wouldn't say they knew the Dub, and they was like, yeah, I think you should go here and train. And they sent me to the Dub, and the rest was history from there.
Okay, that's awesome. Couple questions here on the thing. Tanner's got a question for you.
Mm-hmm. Who is your favorite independent tag teams? Okay, so you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do a top 5 on that too. Of course, number 5, we gotta give it to Cole X. They entertaining. You know what I'm saying?
I love you, but come on, Cole X.
I don't like Cole X. Okay, it's well documented that me and Cole X got our problem, but I give it to him. The big one, Cameron has a mean choke slam. I'm not gonna lie, that choke slam it was vicious. So we can go ahead and give him that little flowers, put him on the list because me and Christian Cash, we got something for him.
Okay, now that sounds better.
Coming in at number 4, I don't know if you guys remember Utter Chaos with the Cow and Hillbilly Jed.
Yep.
Those guys were serious. I messed with those. I messed with those guys. The mood, like I love that. I love that. Coming in at number 3, we got to give it to none other than Cecil and Tyler Scott. You know what I'm saying? Those are my guys. I mess with them. You know what I'm saying? They dope. Number 2, of course, the highlight reel. Because who don't love the highlight reel? Like, come on now. The highlight reel is goated. Y'all like the highlight reel, right?
Yep. Yes. Favorites.
Okay. And then number 1, they're I don't know how to. So I guess I can make them a tag. I guess I can give it to them because they are tag team champions. They won tag team champions at AVW. But I like to see when Malenko and Hodari when they team up, man.
Yeah.
Winning the tag belts from Toys R Us, and that splash Malenko did, that was something serious.
There's been multiple people talk about Hodari and Malenko together as tag team.
Yeah, man. They listen.
Okay, I guess it's my question now. Funniest guy you've been around in the locker room?
Christian Cash, definitely.
He didn't even hesitate.
Yeah, I can believe that.
No hesitation,
Christian's a
hands
clown.
down. Christian is a clown, man. Listen, anytime I'm in the locker room with him, I'm knowing the show's finna go good because even if I get irritated just a little bit, Christian know how to end it. Like, listen, that man is a clown. He will have you crying, laughing.
Every time you see Christian, he seems like he's in a good mood. Yep. He's in a good mood. Just
yeah, man. Look, I ain't even have to think about that one. That one was Christian Cash. I like being in the locker room with Vinny too. Vinny's a cool guy.
Yeah, Vinny is. Yeah, Vinny's awesome too. Marcus.
Okay, how many more rounds we got?
We got about 10 minutes.
All right. Who do you want to work that you haven't yet on the independent scene?
That I haven't. I want to work Mickey Midas. I want to work him.
I would like to see that.
I want to get in there with Matt Diesel 1-on-1. I've gotten a 3-way with him and Myron Reed. I want to get Myron Reed 1-on-1 too, but I got them triple threat, but I want to get them both 1-on-1. Let me see. I want to get in there with Gaston LaRue. I want to see what he has. I want to go in there. I got to get in there with him one time. Like, he's good, man. Man, there's some guys I would love to get in there with. Who else would I want to get in there with? Let's see. Who else haven't I got? I'm trying to think of who haven't I got in there with 1-on-1 that I was. I want to see. I want to get in there with Trey Lamar too. I've seen him and Myron Reed's 1-on-1. I want to get in there with Trey Lamar as well. So yeah, it's a lot of guys I want to get in there with. Are we talking about local? Are we talking about indies?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I want to get in there with him too. I got to get my 1-on-1s with Matt Grant again. I got to get him again too.
Want to get in there with Congo?
Yeah, I would like to see you and Matt Grant go at it again.
Want to get in there again with Congo Kong?
Oh yeah, I would wrestle Congo Kong again.
I remember that one in Anderson.
Congo people at the top.
Yeah,
come outdoors.
Yeah, outdoors. Yeah.
Ricky Guns is like, oh, I would. Hey, listen, I get in there with Ricky Guns too. Ricky, we can. Hey, I run it with anybody, but yeah, those guys. Yeah.
Okay. Next up, Warren.
What do you prefer more, running as a heel or as a face?
Don't get me wrong. I love the adulation of the fans. I do. Like, the fans gets me going. But I love being a douchebag. Being a heel is just more fun. Like, you know.
Hell with the fans, huh?
I mean, hey, listen. The big champ, I operate better when I'm against the people. And as of lately, I've been doing my thing without the people. I don't need them. As you can see, 2-time Outlaw champion, I did that without the people. The longest reigning Gunslinger champion, I did that without the people. So I feel like I don't really need the fans. Like,
okay, Glenn.
Yes, your ultimate goal in the wrestling business.
So I would say my goal is to at least see what it's like to be on the big stage. Like, even if it's not like, even if it's, because, you know, let's be realistic, you can have dreams or whatever, and a lot of people believe in dreams, but from what I've saw, if you're not the guy, you're not the guy. There's really nothing you can do about it. Like, you can have it all, but if you're not what the company's looking for, you're not what the company's looking for. So I at least want to be on the big stage. Like, I know I can accomplish being on the big stage and just getting a little taste of it. Like, I know I can at least do that. So I want to at least get there. Even if I'm not staying
definitely be on NXT, like Level Up and stuff like that, you know.
Yeah, man, I would. Hey, even if I get signed to NXT and get released, I wouldn't. Hey, at least I got to experience it. Like, it is what it is. I'm gonna collect my checks. And when they release me, I'm on the indies going crazy.
Yep.
Hey, you got good outlet, man. Chris?
My turn already?
Yep.
You go ahead. I'll go next round.
Okay. If you were starting a wrestling company of your own tomorrow, what 3 people would you hire? Your first 3 hires?
My first 3 hires. So I would call my dog Kurt Bousset. You know what I'm saying? I would call, a lot of people don't know who that is. He's just starting out, but I would definitely call him.
He was in here earlier.
I will hire War Ready Malenko because you know what I'm saying. You need a big monster that's just gonna tear stuff up, and Malenko is gonna be that guy. And the third guy that I would hire, a lot of people haven't really gotten to seeing exactly how much he can do, but I know he got it. He got it. You just got to give him time. Tanner Kelly. Well, hire Tanner Kelly.
Okay. Next up is Marcus again.
Oh, I agree. I give Tanner Kelly shit, but Tanner Kelly's come a long way in the last 6 months. So I agree with that. He's going someplace. All right.
And he's very young too.
And now his head's like 6 times bigger than it was, and he can't wear a hat. Anyway.
How do you have a head so big and don't have no brain in it?
Full of air, bud. Full of air. Your toughest match.
Ooh, my toughest match.
Or hardest match, or however you want
it. Let me think. What was my toughest match? I've had some tough ones. I would actually, you know what? I would say the match I had with Michael Elgin, because at that time period, I still wasn't as confident in myself as I should have been. And I doubted myself like the entire, like up until the match. Like I was very, and it was like, you know, Michael Elgin, of course, he's a guy who's found a lot of success over here in America. He's found success in Japan. Like he's been all over. And then for me to wrestle him so young in my career, like I was only like 3 years in at that point. Like I was still like super green. Still, like I still consider myself to be green now because I still don't know it all. I still don't have a lot of experience. But at that time period, like me now and me then, like I was still like, it was so much I still needed to learn, and like I was still behind, and like it's still so much I gotta learn now. But at that time period, I was so far behind to where for me to get in there and me to still be able to keep over, it was very hard. It was, but you know, I got through it, but that was a challenge. So that was my hardest match for real.
Okay, Warren.
All right. I don't know how much outside of the general United States wrestling you watch, but if you had the chance, would you prefer to go learn in Mexico, Japan, Canada, or England?
I would like to go. Really, I would go to either or, but can I rank them?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. So number 5, I would say Japan, because everybody wants to go to Japan. And you know what I'm saying? I would make that at the bottom. Number 4 would be Mexico. Number 3, wait, you name how many?
There's 4.
Yeah, 4.
So
4 Japan, 3 Mexico, 2 would be Canada, and 1 would be England, because one of my favorite wrestlers of all time is Pete Dunne, and he got me into the UK style heavy. So I would love to go to England, but I would go to Canada as well. Like I've been watching a lot of Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling, so I would definitely go over there as well. Hi, whoever Canadian national is.
Okay, Big Glenn.
Yes, what championship title that you want to go after next?
That would be interesting. Well, I would have loved for management to give me my rematch for the Outlaw Champion, but instead they throw me into the territorial title tournament. So that's fine. So I would be right now. I'm going after the territorial. That's my goal right now. I'm laser focused on the territorial championship.
Good, Chris.
All right. Where my next question is going to give you a chance. It's just going to give you a chance to kind of promote yourself. What's next for Zay Gates? Where's some upcoming shows and places that the fans can see you at?
Well, obviously we got the dub on Friday. I'll be at 1151 South Kentucky Avenue. In the second round of the tournament, I'm facing Pogo. Saturday, you can catch me at wait, no, not this Saturday. That's next Saturday. I'm tripping. So Sunday, I don't think I'm doing any. I don't think I have a show on Sunday. But if you want to see me next Friday, back at the Dub. Saturday, Big Zay is making his homecoming to Mississippi for the first time in my career. I'll be wrestling at PWA. No, I'm tripping. It's Hold on. Yeah, no, that is what it's called. I'm not tripping. My bad. I have so many shows, man. Like I get my days mixed up. And then the next day I come back. I go to Crawfordsville for NGW. I wrestle Ace Anderson for the Hoosier Championship that he have. So yeah, I'm all over. That's my schedule for the next 2 weeks. You can catch me, like I said, at WCWO every Friday. I think that's just about it for right now. Got NGW coming up. Anybody that wants Zay Gates on their show, I'm just hit me up. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to work anywhere, travel anywhere. If y'all need a little excitement, a little high flying on your show, just hit your
I'll
boy
say
up.
this: any promoter that's out there, if you haven't booked Zay, you won't be disappointed if you do.
Yep, 100%. But book Zay Gates, he's outstanding.
Yeah, are you at the veteran show on Sunday?
Veteran show on that. You know what? Didn't I say? I'm like, hold on, wait. I have a show on Sunday, but now I'm like, I'm tripping. But yes, I am booked on the veteran show, November 10th at 1151 South Kentucky Avenue. Pop out, come in, support the veterans, man. Like they work hard to fight for our country, so why not give back and fight for them for the one?
I thought he was going to be at the veteran show.
Yeah.
I just thought maybe he wouldn't.
Yeah,
announced it.
Yeah, listen, I said it. I have a show on Sunday. But then I thought, I'm tripping. I was trying to think. I was sitting over here thinking. That's why I tried to talk.
I think someone's taking a pin at the veteran show.
Yeah, man. I have so many, bro. I have so many shows. Like, it's to the point now to where, like, having a calendar ain't enough. Like, I have to write it down in my notes in my phone to make sure, to keep up with my shows. Because, man, it's a lot. Like, bro, it's crazy. But I love it. This is what I wanted, and this is what I signed up for.
So there's a lot of weekends you're doing 3 or 4 shows.
Yeah. It was like I'll forget throughout the week, but once the weekend hit, it's like, okay, this is where I have to be, and I get that. It's crazy, bro. It's like my brain be on autopilot when it comes to wrestling, because like even once I forget, I still remember. It's crazy, like crazy work.
Okay, favorite moment in your wrestling career?
Oh man, I can say my favorite moment in my wrestling career was the tag match, me and Dex versus the Highlight Reel at Comic-Con. I think that was our main event at Comic-Con. The first time we went though, that match was special to me, and that moment was very special because that's when I realized, like, okay, you know, I can do this on my own, and you know, I was able to keep up with 3 guys that has been, you know what I'm saying, who's been working with me closely throughout my whole career. Like, you know, I really appreciate those guys. Like, I look up to them. So for me to share that moment with them, and Pops as well, JKO, like him being the ref, like that topped it all off, because you know you got Basher's last trainees against in there with JKO's, one of JKO's first trainees. So that was a special moment. I will always hold that in my heart forever.
Yeah,
I
remember that match.
That
was a great match.
Okay,
yeah,
this is our last round, guys. Last questions, Marcus.
Who's your favorite opponent? Who do you love to work with the most?
Who is my favorite? I've had so many great matches. I don't really have a favorite opponent, but I know I enjoy myself more when I'm in there with Logan Myers, man. I love being in there with Logan Myers. Also, as well, Jesse Winchester. I've had some bangers with Jesse Winchester, man. So those are the two I enjoy working those guys, man. For real.
Okay, Warren.
I'll let you off easy on this one. Which are you? Are you a DX degenerate, or are you an NWO guy?
Oh, hands down, D-Generation X. Like, yes. D-Generation X for sure.
Right. I knew I liked that.
Especially the come up D-Generation. Like when they very first started.
Yep.
Nobody was touching those guys.
Okay, Big Lynn.
Yes, favorite WrestleMania match.
Ooh. Of all time, I could say my favorite WrestleMania match I like to go back and watch is Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels WrestleMania 25.
Right there. That's the one. Yep.
Yeah, that match was so incredible, bro.
Chris?
You go ahead.
Okay, well, my last question is, and we'll see if he got something here. Something people will be surprised to know about you.
Let me see.
And don't say, "Hey, I used to be a rapper."
I was gonna say, I'm hoping that's what he says. There's a bunch of
I
them.
wouldn't be surprised by him being a rapper.
What?
Let me see.
Damien DeVille tells me he was a rapper. That surprises me. Mike Noble tells me he was a rapper. Well, that don't surprise me a whole lot.
What is something? Well, here I can give y'all something that y'all might be surprised, but some people probably wouldn't. I still have my my action figures from as a kid, and I'm not gonna lie. Even at my big age now, I still play with them a little bit.
Okay, hey, ain't nothing wrong with that.
How far back do they go?
I have here I can show you actually.
Let
me see. The oldest figure I have right now would be, where is it? Because I just had it in my hand like yesterday. Right here.
He's like moved to the NASCAR podcast.
This is the oldest figure. Oh shoot! Why is the camera like that? Oh, wait. Am I getting okay? Yeah, this is the oldest figure I have. This is.
I have that one too.
Yeah, this is a very old Undertaker.
Undertaker.
This camera is kind of weird. Like it's like when I move it this way, it goes the other way. But if I go, like that. But yeah.
Don't feel bad. I have tons of action figures in my collection. So
yeah,
Actually, I do have one more question.
Okay, go ahead.
I watch all you guys wrestle against IK3, and when he punches, it looks like he's knocking this, like really knocking the hell. Like you guys are getting. I don't know how you don't get knocked out, but everybody says he's like the easiest guy to work with. How does that? I mean, when he's punching you like that, how does that not knock your ass out?
I'm not gonna lie. All right, his punches is one thing. All right, and I give IK3 all the credit in the world because he's a great guy. He really is. So. Let's not listen. Before I say this, I don't want nobody try to take this the wrong way because this is a contact sport, okay? But his lariats is really the punches, like the punches hurt. Let's not get it misconstrued. The punches hurt. You know what I'm saying? The lariats is what's knocking them loose. All right. So I don't know where everybody's on the wrong topic. The wrong topic. The wrong topic. Watch out for them lariats. But nah, he's a great guy to work though. Like, yeah, he's gonna rock you though. He's gonna rock you, but it's all good.
Well, thank you for coming on. I'll tell you what, you're one of my favorites to watch. I got to see you very early on in your career. One of your earliest matches with JKO.
Well, the first time he came on our show, he was still in high school.
Yeah. Got to see you against.
Yeah, I was. When I first started wrestling, I was still in high school. So
got to see you with JKO and Rachel Armstrong and very early on. One of your first matches, I think. Top 10 or 15 matches. Man, you're a pleasure to watch. You're outstanding in the ring. Don't want your head to get too big, but I love watching you perform, and it's an honor to have you on the show, and love to have you back on again sometime.
Yeah, man, no problem. Thank you guys for having me, man. I appreciate you guys for what y'all do for the wrestling business, and I'm just glad to be able to wrestle. Like, shout out to JKO and IK3 and everybody else at the Dub, bro. Shout out to the entire WCWO, because if it wasn't for them, there would be no Zay Gates. There would be no. To be honest, if it's not for the WCWO, there wouldn't be a lot of guys, but. I'm very appreciative for everything that they've done for me and for everything that they've done for the wrestling community as a whole. So, and I appreciate you guys for having shows like this, and Marcus and Kelly, I appreciate y'all for coming out to the shows and posting pictures and taking pictures and like just keeping it alive. And you've been at 72 shows this year, and you've watched like 500 plus matches. You've been to a lot of shows, man. That's great dedication. And Warren, I appreciate for what you do for wrestling, man. Like, you too, Big Glenn, like all you guys, man. I appreciate y'all. Thank you guys for having me on.
Oh, no problem, man. Anytime. And again, you're doing a great job. And I tell you, it's a pleasure to hear how appreciative you are of people. Not everybody's that way. So I give you a lot of credit for that. This is probably my favorite interview that we've done.
Yeah, man. Listen, we can't wrestle. Us guys, we cannot wrestle without the fans and without people like you guys to do stuff like this. So if it's not for y'all, there would be no us to be able to wrestle. Like, we got to have a platform somewhere. So start somewhere.
Yep. Well, again, appreciate you coming on, and everybody have a good night.
Thank y'all for having me.
You're welcome. No problem, man. We'll see you this weekend.
Good night, y'all.
All right, guys. Anybody, do we have anything? Anybody have anything before we close out?
Just everybody go to the Veterans Show this weekend. Definitely support that Veterans Show. Mike Lee does a great job. WCWO, great organization. Also, next Monday, I believe our guest is Ricky Guns from Called X. I know Warren's extremely happy about that. And I think we may have Marcus's best friend on with us. So
it's gonna be a good week for us.
Good week, and maybe JKO may be back on. He said
It's gonna be a great week for me because me and Guns are cool. Me and Brody's cool. It'll be a good show.
Yeah.
Chris, you move your finger over a little bit. There you go. There you go, buddy. There you go.
Hey, Warren, I got you back with Called X. Now, Marcus,
you're on your own, buddy.
I got you back, but I'm going to be well behind your back if Warren's in front of me. Look, but I do have you back.
We got an X right here for you.
Oh, put that shit down. What the hell's wrong with you?
But all right, we appreciate everybody. Well, Glenn, do you have anything?
Just stay out everybody's way. Don't be causing the trouble.
He's saying good luck, Warren and Marcus.
Marcus, Warren, you guys got either one? You got anything?
Like we've said, continue to promote in all these shows, man. Everyone that watches, go out and watch this stuff because it is so much fun. These people really love doing what they do for you guys. No matter the Veterans Show, WCWO, anywhere across the state of Indiana, Illinois, Ohio, go, man. You're gonna find out it's gonna be so cool. So that's all.
Marcus, you got anything?
No, you guys hit it. Be at the Veteran Show on Sunday.
Yep, definitely.
And also go check out WCWO Friday night as well.
Yeah, yes, definitely.
They got a show Friday night, the regular show Friday night. I'm sure it'll be a good one as well.
Most you ever spend.
And Wrestling Theologies in Anderson on Saturday.
Yes.
Yep. Go check them out. They put on WTF puts on good shows as well. Go check them out.
Nice venues too.
But we appreciate everybody watching. Please hit that subscribe button on YouTube at Gonzo Sports Room. Like and follow Facebook, Twitch, X, Instagram, all Gonzo Sports Room as well. And we'll see you guys next Monday at 6:30ish.
That'd be absolutely devastating.
This is Joey Owens' show. They've been trying to get me on this podcast forever, and this is the worst damn podcast I've ever been on. So you all kiss my ass while I win this match.